Well, hey there, welcome back to Magnetic Stringworks. So today I'm going to do a little something different. I've got my Fender Rumble 500 bass amp here, and I want to put on these supports right here. I featured these in a short video the other day, and these are amplifier supports so you can tilt your amp back. I'll show you what I mean. So I have the amp here on its side so you can see. So I want to tilt the amp back at some venues when we're playing so it acts more like a monitor wedge coming up to me as I'm playing. So these supports, they're meant for Fender cabinets. It can go on any speaker, I guess. So what you do is you install it on your cabinet here, and you sort of find the angle you want it at, and then you want this upright. So you locate the position sort of like this, and that way your amp will stay in that sort of monitor position, and then when you're not using it, it would just swing away like that, out of the way. So you swing it back, you tilt your amp back to the angle you want, and there you go. So a little more involved than just that, but I have to find a few spots, locations, plus I have to figure out where I'm going to run the bolt through. First thing I want to do is figure out the angle though. So I have this protractor here, and multi sort of angle protractor, and what I'm going to do is just straighten it up a bit. I'm going to tilt the amp back until it wants to fall back. Just at that point, that balance point, try and get it to, whoa, so that's going forward. I want to go back a little bit more, so something like that. And if I take the protractor and I push it in here, that'll give me an angle. So this angle is about 35 degrees or so. Yeah, 10 degrees less than 45, so okay. So I've just cut a couple of scrap 2x6s here to the angle, same angle as on the protractor. I'm going to use those to sort of tilt it back and have a look, see if I like it. Just going to put some double stick tape on the bottom of these, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put one down, put it right there, and then I'll line up the next one once we tilt it over. Okay, let's bring it in. Okay, that's pretty good. Get this one on there. Stick those down. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like the angle. It's not, I don't feel like it's going to tip if someone knocks it forward too much. It should stay there. Okay, now to mark out the sides. Okay, if this is the angle I want, so I guess the thing is I can't drop this below here because I don't want it to hit that, so it has to be above the corner bracket, and I can't come in where the screw is which holds the amplifier. So really what I want to do is locate this as close as I can to the edge of the cabinet and as low as I can, so right about there, and then it's going to pivot down like that and hold in that position. I'll probably pivot it back a little bit more so it gives a little more stability. But we'll start by locating this, and I can measure one side, do one, measure it, and then do the other side, so something like that. Okay, so I've got my mark right here. I'm just going to take an awl, I'm just going to make a hole right there. That's where we want this one, and I can measure now. I can measure down and I can measure across, and then I'll put it in the same spot. So these supports come with this hardware, so you can see that there's actually some bolts. And those are the bolts that are going to go in here, but they have to go inside. So I'm going to have to take out the amplifier out of the back to see what's in here. So let's do that next. Okay, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws on the back here. Then there's 2 on the top here. Okay, and then there's 2 on the sides. Okay. Now it should pull this way, I'm assuming. There we go. Okay, alright. Not bad. Now there's going to be some wire somewhere, yeah. Alright. So I don't actually think I need to take this out because it's going underneath that support board right there. And I'm hoping it's in some clear space in the cavity. So that means I might have to take the speaker out. Nice. Okay, well, take the screen off here. There's a little tab at the bottom. And you should be able to pull that out. Get my fingers in there. There we go. Let's grab it. This is something else I haven't taken off before. Okay, there we go. So if you've ever wondered what's inside a Fender 500, Fender Rumble 500 bass cabinet, it's a combo. You've got 2 10s, you got a horn, a tweeter, and 2 vent holes here. So I think I'm going to have to take out this speaker to be able to see if I can get to those corners. The bottom ones can stay, but I'm going to take this one out first. Okay. I don't want the speakers. I don't want to put your thumb through there. Okay. Okay, so I can get to it. Let's have a hole and see where it comes out. So what I'm going to have to do is lay this, I think, down on his back. So that way there's not a lot of slack there. I'll lay it on his back, and that way the speaker's not going to fall around. Alright, we're on his back. I'm just going to take the speaker and just rest it there. And I'm going to locate that hole again. Now it should be right there. Wow, it seems to be right on a piece of plywood. I'll show you that. Okay, so where I think I should put that arm is right there. And if we continue along that line, it's right on that piece of plywood right there. Right in the middle of it, looks like. So I've got bolts that are supposed to go through there, but I might have to put a screw instead because it's going into that plywood. The only thing I can do is drill a hole and see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to take a smaller drill bit here, locate that hole, and I'm going to push it and see. It really does look like it's lined up with that plywood. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely lined up with that plywood. Okay, so here's the bolt that came with, and that's supposed to fit right in there, like that. Okay, so that's okay. But I can't use a bolt, I have to use a screw. So I've just been looking through my stash here of screws, neck plate screws, that kind of thing, and I found these. So I've got these with a nice chamfered head on them, and I've got these other ones here which have sort of that machine head. So I think those two are these are too small looking. So these would be the two I would choose from, but let's see how they fit inside here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now that's the type of head that's on, well, the bolt has a chamfer on it. So like this, that chamfer, that angle, which I think is better. So here we go. There we go. Well, that's going to have to do. Now I'm not quite sure over time how that will hold up to, being moved around a lot, but we shall see. I'm not going to drill the pilot hole too wide either, because I really want this screw, and it has a coarse thread. I really want it to bite into that plywood. I'm just going to check as I go here. Yeah, nothing's coming out. So it's right in the middle of that plywood, just happens to be right there. Funny, eh? Okay, so I'm not gonna, I want it to move, right? So I guess I can tighten it a little bit after, but I like the idea that it moves around like that. Okay, let me do the other side. And just to screw down that speaker again, I've just put 2 or 3 in just to locate it, make sure it's all lined up. And once that's done, I'll tighten these down. And I'll use the clutch on my driver there to ensure that it's not going to strip out. And while I've got all this open, I have had this cabinet 6 years now, 7 years, so I'm going to go into the other speaker, and I notice it's loose, eh? So happens when you play a lot of bass. So I'm just going to tighten all these screws at the same time. Do that on the speaker, and I'll do it over here on the horn too. Yeah, everything's a little bit loose. Alright, let's button this all up. Okay, so here's the idea, right? We tilt this back, and we take one of these supports, we bring it back, there you go. So that's just one support. Now, I can check and see if we are at a right angle or not. I'm going to bring it back a little bit. A little more. Right about there. So then what you do is you put a stop. So that stop is going to go right here, just like that, and it's going to prevent it from going any further back. I bring the other side down too. There we go. And this should not fall. That looks pretty good. Okay, so again, I'll check again. We're at 90. Forward a little bit. There we go, that's good. So what I'll do again is I'm just going to locate. I'm going to put the stopper, well, it can go anywhere here. Just put it right about, sort of where the top of that point is here, there's sort of an embossing. I'm just going to put it right there. Or should I put it in the middle? Actually, I'm going to put it in the middle. Looks better. I'll just make a mark right there. And then this just screws in with these coarse screws. Still think it's a good idea though. Just do a little bit of a pilot hole. Nothing too big, because I really want these coarse screws to bite in there. Put that in. It should just touch the edge of the support. Get that up a bit. There we go. nice. So you push it away, and there's the stop. Great. Okay, I'll do the other side. Okay, all done. So here it is. They look really cool on the side. I'm going to pull them out both sides like that and tilt back the amp. There you go. These stops work really well. So if I ever want to change the angle, of course, I just have to move the stop, so it's not a big deal. But I don't think I'm going to need to do that. Alright, so here's the amp in the rehearsal room, and it's in the upright position. This is good if the amp is far back in the stage. You know, you're going to hear it a little better. But when it's really close, and you know, sometimes you're playing and you're standing right next to it like this, well, it's not very good. You can't really hear it. So I'm going to flip it back on its support legs. And then now, when you're standing close to it, at least you're going to hear it up at your ear level, which is a lot better. So more like a monitor. So tell me what you think. I like it. Simple, relatively simple install. They look good. They're Fender made products, quality. So I'm going to give that one a big thumbs up. There you go. All right. See you in the next one.